now going to rate Henry VIII's 6 wives. So let's start with the first, Catherine of Aragon.
She's giving regal. I can almost see her royal blood.
You know what I can't
flowing
deal with?
through her veins.
But you know what I can't deal with? Those stupid box hats that women used to wear. You know?
I don't even know how they
They're
stay
English
on.
hoods. English hoods.
I couldn't even wrap my thing around my head, let alone. And right now I'm like so much material, but I think she can pull it off. I'm obsessed with the square neckline and the pearls. I think, yeah, the hood is probably just to make her more demure.
Yeah, I prefer the French hoods. The French hoods.
Yeah, but remember she was definitely like old school royalty.
Yeah,
like
she is giving regal. She's giving regal.
So regal.
Yeah.
She's expensive looking, even though I prefer the fashions that came in later. But you can tell that she maybe spent a lot of time by herself, because I feel like her clothes didn't change. Compare it to Anne Boleyn, who's up next, who was super fashionable, spent a lot of time in the French court and brought with her this like European flair. She was Henry VIII's original wife, and so I think you kind of have to give her that. And they were it was the longest marriage of all of Henry's marriages. And yeah, I kind of feel sorry for her. She ended up having quite a tragic end to her life. Yeah. So I wonder why she's doing that with her hands. I wonder.
I think it's a rosary, because she was quite.
Yeah, of course.
Is that a rosary?
No, it's not. There's nothing there.
No. Okay. Well, anyway, she was very religious.
She was super religious.
A bit too religious, if you ask me. But anyway. Okay. So up next, Anne Boleyn. You know what she's giving? Main character energy.
She's giving main character energy.
So she was, I think, of all of Henry VIII's wives, Anne Boleyn is the one that most people know lots of stuff about.
Yeah, she was scandalous. Do you know what I love? I think that chain is
the B chain.
No, not the B chain. Like these gold chains coming in, like almost like a halter. Oh, yeah. I think that is something that I
like
would
a pure gold bra.
Yeah, I like it. She's wearing like a chain gold bra under all that cloth.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I love the B.
That's a French hood.
That is what
That's how it should look.
That's what I was trying to go for.
That's how it should look.
Didn't quite manage. I think this was painted a lot later.
It was, and
commissioned by her daughter Elizabeth I, because after Anne Boleyn was beheaded, all paintings, anything to do with Anne Boleyn was burnt and destroyed. So Henry VIII wanted to almost completely erase her from the history books. When she was beheaded, the same day, all the curtains and all of the plaques at Hampton Court, they actually carved out the motto and the symbols of Anne Boleyn, and they immediately replaced them with that of Jane Seymour.
Of Jane Seymour, because he immediately went off and married Jane Seymour, who we'll talk about in a second.
She's actually not mentioned in any accounts, any history books, until her daughter takes the throne, Elizabeth I, and that's when a painting was recommissioned.
But no, for me, I think, Anne Boleyn, she's giving main character energy.
She's giving very haughty.
Giving haughty. She was
stuck up.
She did serve regal tea, and but unfortunately, she got slayed. She got slayed. She didn't slay. She got slayed. She tried to slay and ended up getting slayed. Yeah.
But when she slayed hard.
She slayed hard. Yeah.
But what's accurate about this depiction is the eyes.
I think the eyes look a bit weird.
No, but it's those very intense dark eyes, which apparently was her main feature, because she wasn't even like breathtakingly beautiful.
No, she was just very striking. She was very striking.
She had sex appeal, and it apparently was all in her dark eyes.
And also her mannerisms and charm.
Long neck.
Her very French way of like being, because she'd spent so long in the court.
And she looks very proud. And what they've got right is she was very, very pale.
Yeah, let's just say she needs a trip to Spain. So
they would have absolutely rinsed her in Spain. Though, can you imagine? After what she did to Catherine of Aragon,
that's so true.
She would have been slayed even harder.
Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Okay, well, she unfortunately ends up heading to the chopping block.
Also, do you know what I don't like about her outfit here.
What?
Just saying, this isn't historical at all. But I mean, on the one hand, I think her jewelry, her accessories speak much louder, but her dress, you can't really see it.
Yeah, it's like fading into the photo.
Exactly.
Into the painting.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
But I also like that it's titled Anna Bolena.
Yeah, well, I guess because that's it in Latin. It says ang regina.
Right now, okay, so who's better dressed
So then,
far?
sorry?
Whose outfit do you prefer, hers or Catherine of Aragon?
I'm going to say Catherine of Aragon. Sorry, no. I'm going to say Anne Boleyn because I prefer the accessories. The accessories and the French hood. I don't like the other. Yeah.
I really, really love that like bejeweled neckline.
Yeah, it is very bejeweled, but no, I think I'm going to go with Anne Boleyn. Okay, so she heads to the chopping block, and basically immediately Henry then gets
married to
Jane Seymour. Now, you know what she did? She understood the assignment.
Yeah.
Which was to have a male heir, okay? However, she understood the assignment and then she died. And so, you know, a little boring as a queen though, not gonna lie, because part of her understanding the assignment was that she knew exactly
how to survive.
Yes,
she did know how to survive. She knew how, like, aside from having a son, like, learnt from her predecessor's mistakes.
Yeah.
She held back in terms of any kind of interference with Henry because she knew. So in terms of what a wife should be to survive Henry VIII, she learned from everyone else's mistakes.
She did try and reconcile Henry with his children though. So she was just a very nice person. She was just meek. Meek and mild, exactly.
But then she did keep her head.
So Henry has his heir. She gave birth to Edward, who would become Edward VI, but then she dies. Henry's devastated. So that leads us on to wife number 4, Anne of Cleves. The reason why Henry didn't like her is because she was pig ugly. I don't think she's that ugly.
Well, no, this is the painting by Hans Holbein. That's the reason Henry fell in love with her, because Hans Holbein was sent to Cleves to paint a picture of a wife for Henry, because Henry needed international, he wanted to have a Protestant alliance because of the threat of invasion by the Holy Roman Emperor.
Yeah.
So Hans Holbein goes to Cleves, paints a beautiful photo of Anne of Cleves, comes back, Henry's like, damn, I want me some of that. Yeah. And then she arrives and she looks nothing like her painting.
Yes, I know.
She's a massive catfish.
Yes, exactly, massive catfish.
And then he has to marry her.
Yeah, this was Tudor catfish, basically.
This is Tudor catfish.
Although she ended up actually doing pretty well, because she then went to go live at Richmond after the divorce. So she got divorced from Henry, and after only 6 months, this was only after 6 months, and she went to then go and live in the Palace of Richmond.
She got a big dowry. And also, this is actually my favourite look so far because of the belt.
Yeah, I like this kind of gold brocade, kind of almost Princess Leia thing going on up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so serving, fierce, regal
It's so
realness.
funny that you were like, I don't think she looks that bad. I was like, this was the whole problem.
I know.
You fell for it, Artie.
Yeah, exactly, that's true.
Yeah.
Just don't always believe everything you see in a picture.
It's funny how times... Do you know what? It's so funny. Times really have not changed, because catfishing was clearly a thing 500 years ago.
Exactly,
as
much as it is today. Okay, so then that leads us on to wife number 5. So Catherine Howard.
Silly, silly girl.
Silly, silly girl. Her eye wandered from Henry, because by this point, after Jane Seymour's death, Henry started gaining lots of weight, and also his leg was...
He had gout, and he had syphilis, no?
I'm not sure, but his leg had ulcer.
Yeah, it's because he had a really bad jousting accident.
And so he spent lots of time away, shut himself away because he didn't want this young girl to see him. And so her eye obviously wanders because, you know, she's a young woman. She was 18 when she married him, and he was like 40 or something. Yeah. So, he found out about her relationship with this other man and has her sent to the chopping block. She did not understand the assignment. She
No.
definitely did not understand
She's
the
the
assignment.
biggest fail, I think.
Biggest fail. She unfortunately didn't get shown the mercy that Anne Boleyn did because she got executed with a sword. She got an axe. So yeah, it was not quite so nice. So that leads on to the final wife, Catherine Parr. Now, she definitely understood the assignment. Henry needed care and like all that. Although they did argue a lot about religion because she was she was a big reformist, Protestant reformist who wanted, these Protestant reforms, and this led to a lot of arguments with Henry.
But she almost got herself into trouble for heresy.
Yes, exactly, because she kept
really
arguing with
almost
Henry.
but then she managed to pull back, and then Henry dies, and so she's the sole survivor.
Yeah.
She survived.
So those were the wives of Henry VIII.